Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's air dev blog. We are looking at the Ju-288C, a new German Tier 4 bomber, looking quite nice, I have to say. Let's first take a look at the clips Gaijin has for us, and after that we'll go into the dev blog itself. So that was pretty awesome, I have to say. It was a nice clip. Plane looks very good, looks fast, and a nice model, absolutely. Looks like a badass plane. There is some history here in the devlog, and let's go through it. In 1939, the Junkers company began work on a new bomber that was supposed to replace the Ju-88 bombers in service at the time. The new aircraft had to surpass its predecessor across all parameters. The plan was to fit the upcoming model with new, more powerful engines, significantly boosting the firepower of the defensive armament and, of course, increasing the payload. The first prototypes took to the sky when the Jumo 222AB engines, which the aircraft was supposed to be equipped with, had not been installed yet. Instead, the BMW engines were used. Extensive work on the experimental models of the new series, which received the designation Ju-288 with the aim of enhancing the bomber's characteristics. This explains why the first 8 prototypes were significantly different from one another. In 1942, the Ministry of Aviation made a ruling to include a fourth member in the new aircraft crew, which demanded changes to be made to the build of the cockpit. Vehicles of the second generation prototype series with the letter B in their designation had their wingspan increased and their defensive armament changed. The Jumo 222AB engines still required more work to be done and thus weren't installed on the Bs. The Cs, the third generation prototype of the series, were fitted with the Daimler-Benz DB605 engines, requiring the nacelles to be changed. Furthermore, the wingspan of the aircraft was increased even more and the defensive armament received another modification. This time a lower rear turret was added. The C's first test flight began in the spring of 1943. Junkers even prepared 3 versions of the new bomber build for serial production, each with a unique armament set. However, in June, the engineering department notified the aircraft manufacturer to discontinue work on the Ju-288 due to a lack of resources required to produce the new aircraft. Tests on the Ju-288 continued right up to 1944. The aircraft even underwent a number of combat flights. However, in the end, the bomber was never approved for serial production. That's a shame because it's a damn good looking plane. As you can see here, to the fans of the War Thunder German Air Force, we present you to the Ju-88C, which is the most complete model among all prototypes of this promising bomber. It will become a rank 4 premium aircraft in the Luftwaffe Tech Tree. The Ju-288C is an extremely well-defended bomber with an impressive payload that varies depending on which armament set the aircraft is fitted with. All of the Ju-288C's defensive armament is controlled remotely and consists of one 20mm gun in the turret, that would be this one, and 3 turrets with twinned 13 MG131 machine guns located on the upper part of the fuselage, one right underneath the cockpit and one in close proximity of the tail. That would be right here. See if we can find, yeah, that one is here. You've got the other one right here and one underneath the cockpit right there. So there is that it gives a good spread of the guns, but if they're all remotely controlled, then if you take out the control center here in the cockpit, everything is done. So that also sounds like it can be quite vulnerable, this plane, to one well-placed hit in the back of the cockpit and you have no more controls of the gun. All of them. Oh man, that's not good. But anyway, every advantage has a disadvantage. Yeah, well, it enables a good spread, as they say here. They will have fighters will have a difficult time with this plane. They say, well, we'll see. There is probably an open spot on the top coming from the front. If you're coming from here, attack on the plane will be possible without being fired at, and you can quickly pass the plane, swinging to the left or the right to avoid the 20mm. So there is at least one blind spot in this 360 cover. Nearly, they say, right? So yeah, that's the open angle on this plane for sure. Well, let's see, what else do we have? In the game, the bomber has a payload of up to 3,600 kilograms. That's two 1800s. That's pretty good. You can destroy 2 bases with that. Additionally, you can also choose whatever loadout will suit your next mission best. Be it a couple of 1800s to quickly wipe out a few bases, or sets of 250 500 kilogram bombs to launch airstrikes on your opponent's vehicles. There is also the option to equip your aircraft with 36 bombs, each one weighing 50 kilograms. Well, that's not one you'll use a lot. The sets of 250 and 500 sounds good on maps with vehicle columns. Armored vehicles are easy meat for 250s and 500s, although with the 250s you have to be close. 500 splash damage is nice, but they nerfed the splash damage a few times, so it might still be quite difficult to get that. But it will work. It will work out with 500 kilogram bombs, I'm sure. At rank 4 in the German tech tree, you will find several bombers that outclass the Ju-288C in terms of payload and speed. However, it is also important to note that using the Junkers has 2 unquestionable advantages to it, and these perhaps make it the best choice for destroying ground targets. It is extremely well armored, and it is a premium aircraft. The latter saves players from having to research the bomber's modules, enabling them to take control of a fully complete vehicle equipped with any available bomb loadout of their choice. Moreover, it allows players to earn excellent rewards even if their battles don't quite go as planned. In terms of gameplay, the Ju-288C will most closely resemble the forefather, the Ju-88. It is a classic but not very fast bomber with decent survivability and a high bomb load. The defensive armament will enable you to keep your opponent's fighters quite far away. Chasing the Junkers at a distance less than 1 kilometer is suicide, and attacking using the boom and zoom tactics will require the hunter to have a large energy reserve, powerful armament, and lots of luck. Well, yeah, you don't want to hang behind that 20mm supported by the 13 on top or the 13s underneath, but where you do want to come from is straight here. You want to come from here and you want to attack it right in the cockpit there. There's no gun here facing there. This 13mm here that is here on top cannot swing back. So you see it is limited there. And well, actually, no, it can't swing back because it is. I saw that correctly in the first picture here. So you can shoot this way and this way. That's the limit probably, and can't turn all the way back in. I am assuming right now. But we'll get to that in the full review when the plane comes out. This is an extremely nice looking bomber, I have to say, and I do look forward to it, but for Gaijin to say it doesn't have any angles that they can attack from. From the top you don't need luck, you just need to position yourself here in front of the plane, come down right from the front, from above, and you will have a clear shot on the cockpit. And since everybody's there, it will probably be a slaughterfest, and once people find that out, this plane will probably be flown less regularly pretty quickly. But that's my prediction. It may be completely different when the game goes live. We'll have to find out. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.